Something big is happening just north of the U.S. border, something that could shake up trade, energy prices, and even the future of U.S.-Canada relations. Canada, long seen as America's calm and reliable trade partner, is taking a very different path. It's building new oil pipelines that point away from the U.S. It's launching billion-dollar LNG exports to Asia. And it's doing all this while facing growing tariffs from Washington that feel more like political punches than economic policy. So what's driving this quiet shift? Is Canada simply protecting itself, or making a play for real independence from U.S. influence? Stay with us, because what's unfolding could shape the economic future of all North America, and it's happening faster than you think. If you find this topic important, please take a second to like this video and share it with someone who cares about where energy and trade are headed. Every click helps spread awareness. Canada's making moves that would have seemed unthinkable just a few years ago. First, there's the proposed east-west pipeline that connects Alberta's massive oil fields to British Columbia's Pacific coast. That alone is a game-changer. Instead of piping oil south to the U.S. for refining and export, Canada would be able to load oil onto tankers bound straight for Asia. That pipeline is more than just a pipe. It's a power shift. Why? Because for decades, Canada's oil exports were practically married to the U.S. market. Roughly 97% of Canadian oil still goes south. But that kind of dependence is risky, especially when your trading partner starts throwing tariffs around like poker chips. This pipeline, and the infrastructure around it, gives Canada more than just access. It gives it leverage, a rare commodity in today's energy politics. If the pipeline is a major step, LNG Canada is a full-on leap. This megaproject just shipped its first cargo of liquefied natural gas to North Asia. Valued at over $40 billion, it's the single largest private energy investment in Canadian history. And it's only just getting started. With a starting capacity of 14 million tons per year and plans to expand further, Canada is now firmly planting its flag in the global LNG market. That means fewer shipments south and more energy heading west to Japan, South Korea, China, and beyond. Why is this so significant? Because Asian countries are hungry for energy, and specifically for cleaner fuels like natural gas. Coal is on the way out, and LNG is stepping in. Canada's geographic advantage on the Pacific gives it a shortcut to these markets, shorter shipping times, faster turnaround, and stronger strategic partnerships. In short, Canada is no longer just America's energy sidekick. It's stepping onto the global stage. There are two big reasons behind all this. 1. Diversification. When the U.S. slaps unpredictable tariffs on Canadian steel, aluminum, copper, even textiles, Canada needs alternatives. And energy exports to Asia provide just that. 2. Influence. If Canada can successfully deliver oil and gas to global markets without depending on the U.S., it gains new influence, not just economically, but politically. It's no coincidence that these moves come as U.S. trade policies under President Trump turn more aggressive. Tariffs aren't just economic tools anymore. They're political weapons. The U.S. has recently imposed a 50% tariff on copper imports, adding to earlier duties on aluminum and steel. While Canada isn't the largest copper exporter to the U.S., the ripple effect hits hard. From construction to electronics, from energy to automotives, rising costs and delays are felt everywhere. And it's not just metals. The ongoing uncertainty around tariffs has spooked investors and disrupted supply chains. Canadian companies are caught in a waiting game, unsure if deals will stick or if new tariffs will appear overnight. Meanwhile, the Canadian government, under Prime Minister Mark Carney, is taking a measured approach. No fiery press conferences, no angry tweets, just a calm message. We stand with our workers and businesses. This quiet resilience is part of a bigger strategy: avoid escalation, focus on alternatives, and prepare for a longer game. What do you think about Canada's quiet but bold approach? Should it fight back harder or stay the course? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your take. While tensions with the U.S. rise, Canada is banking on long-term partnerships across the Pacific. Japan, South Korea, and China are in a fierce energy transition. They're ditching coal, investing in renewables, but they still need a bridge fuel, and LNG fits the bill. With Canada now capable of exporting directly from its Pacific coast, it's in a prime position to be a key supplier. This also challenges the U.S., which has ambitions of its own to dominate global LNG markets. But if Canada grabs a bigger slice of the Asian pie, Washington may find itself squeezed out of some of its target markets. And that's exactly what makes this trade and energy shift so delicate and so politically charged. For decades, the U.S. relied on friendly neighbors like Canada to keep energy prices low and supply lines stable. But if Canada continues shifting its focus overseas, that comfort buffer begins to fade. U.S. refineries could face higher input costs. Industries that depend on Canadian metals or energy may feel the squeeze. And Canada, by repositioning itself globally, could emerge with a stronger hand in future negotiations. That includes trade deals like the USMCA, which might face new strains if tariffs keep piling up. Meanwhile, Canada is signaling that it's ready to strike its own security deals, potentially sidestepping U.S. pressures altogether. But deadlines loom: July 21st for Canada to avoid new U.S. retaliation and August 1st for the U.S. to decide on further measures. It's a high-stakes game, and the clock is ticking. Canada is no longer playing defense. It's building pipelines to Asia. It's exporting gas halfway around the world. It's facing U.S. tariffs with calm strategy instead of panic. All of this signals a country that's tired of being dependent on one partner and ready to redefine its place on the global economic map. Yes, the road ahead is uncertain. Trade wars are messy, and energy politics are complex. But one thing's for sure: Canada is done waiting. It's shaping its own future, one LNG shipment at a time. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into one of North America's most important but underreported shifts, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.